Welcome back to Healing Life with Positivity 24/7, 365, 365 and 24/7. This is a platform dedicated to healing lives with positivity. From my inner child to your inner child, welcome. If you're new to the platform, I hope you decide to stay a while. Share your story, right? Because sometimes your story can help somebody else. You can't do anything else with it, but use it as a tool based on what it is that you've overcome. And something about telling your story from a place of healing, right? It hits different. When you can remember your story, your memories, okay, as they've happened, not as you wanted them to be, but as they actually happened, by way of accepting what has happened, and you stand in your power, and it doesn't move you emotionally, right? In a bad way, right? This is when you know that you've overcome a lot. When you can think about what was once traumatic as something as a triumph, that's a sign of power. That's a sign of power, baby. When you get that inner knowing, understanding, inner tranquility, in spite of what you had to go through, and now you can see things from the eyes of the Creator, be that good, bad, or indifferent. You see it as all good. This is how you know you've reached a point where you can absolutely use yourself, your story, to help somebody else. So come on in. Listen, I normally start out these conversations, these spiritual sessions, if you will. I love when I get all these spiritual sessions, if you will. With taking 3 deep breaths today, I don't know if I feel that I need to do that. If you still want to do that, then absolutely I encourage that. It is 9:44 on the clock. I did my meditation before coming to the video. And again, if you feel you need to take a deep breath in, baby, please pause the tape and make time to do that. But come on in. We're just going to jump right on in. I love y'all so very much. Thank you for your love, your support, your good energy, your good vibes, for sharing the video, for helping it go viral, for making positivity contagious. Let it rub off on somebody else. We need a whole lot more of that. And at some point, positivity absolutely will take over the entire world. Can you imagine a world where everybody's just happy? Like nothing's wrong? You wake up and it's like, it ain't nothing going on wrong. Look at the world that we've created. Yeah, it's possible. I absolutely do believe it's possible. These are the Namaste stress less cards. Let's get into it. What is it that the universe and our spirit team wants us to know? What are the beautiful, kind reminders that we need to obsessively, compulsively, and or deliberately in a positive way focus on? This says make time for a vacation. Okay? So if you're like me, you're a worker bee, always working, buzzing around, seeing what it is that you can do. I'm a helper. I really enjoy helping people. But I've learned when I need to pull back. I can feel when I am not 100%, right? And everything that I do, I want to be 100%. But it's impossible to be 100% at home and at work simultaneously. So when I'm at work, I focus on work. When I'm at home, I focus on home. The beautiful thing is I get to work from home. The universe got jokes, okay? So this says make time for a vacation. For those of you that are saving up to travel and maybe you can't physically move your body yet, you can absolutely travel by way of your spirit. I do this all the time. I imagine Bali. I imagine Dubai. I imagine very beautiful places, honey. And when I tell you I have been there, I have been there. I can tell you, like, meditation is so intense, isn't it? For those of you that are doing this, don't you love it? For those of you that are not, I encourage you to sit quiet as best you can. Put on the sounds of the beach. Go to the water. When you go into that meditative state, your mind does not know the difference from what you imagine and what's actually real. It will become very, very real. I have sat in one spot and I could feel the sun beaming down on my body in Jamaica. Child, you cannot tell me I was not in Jamaica. So take a vacation, literally, figuratively, at some point, physically, you will do that. But spiritually, take a vacation. This could also mean to take a mental break, clear the mind, sit and dedicate yourself to not thinking about nothing. Don't use no brain cells. What you thinking about? Nothing. I'm really thinking about nothing. Like I'm dedicated right now in this moment, meaning you in your meditative state, me in my meditative state, dedicating oneself to thinking about nothing. There is something that is very powerful that comes with emptying out the mind. And when your mind starts to drift off to certain things, you just lovingly reminded, hey, excuse me, for the next 5 minutes, we're dedicated to thinking about nothing. You can get the mail later. You can go figure out what you're going to make for dinner later. All these things, honey, I have an overactive mind, and I promise you, I have to redirect my thoughts because I'm like, wait, did I fold those clothes up? Did I get that last bag out of the cart? Like, those are the things my mind thinks about. And I'm like, I have to lovingly just guide myself right on back. Hey, excuse me. So I talk to myself, excuse me, ma'am. Yes, you. Yes, hi, it's your higher self. Have a conversation. Listen, we're supposed to be sitting here doing nothing. Can we at least dedicate 5 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes out of a 24-hour span? That's the least that you could do for your physical body and your mind, considering all you do, considering all you think about. Listen, it's absolutely a beautiful commitment. Make time for a vacation, this card says. Namaste, stress less. Even if it is just in your mind. That's so funny. Didn't I just say that? Okay, you know what's so interesting? I promise y'all, a lot of these cards I've not read. That's so funny. I love the way Spirit tells me what's going to happen before it happens. That's been happening to me all my life. I'm open to the element of surprise now, y'all. Some stuff I don't want to know ahead of time. I'm going to be honest. I want to be like, oh my God. It says, even if it's just in your mind. Okay. I promise you I didn't read this card. Even if it's just in your mind, go on a vacation. Where have you been wanting to visit? What inspirational places have you seen in photographs? This is so funny. Go there in your mind and imagine what it would be like. See, I learned that exercise from, was it Louise Hay? Back in the 90s. So to see it here on the card is beautiful. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a beautiful body of work is what I was going to say, that I feel is contagious. Shout out to Louise Hay. Beautiful spirit that graced us with her presence. She is one of my favorite spiritual practitioners. She helped me save my own life in so many ways. I'm sure she's looking down by way of being an ascended master, laughing at all of us. This says, go there in your mind and imagine what it would be like to be there. Let your senses make the experience as real as possible. Do this for 8 minutes. I said 10. I said 5 initially. Then I said 15 or 20. I feel like once you can do this for 8 minutes, anything after 8 minutes, you've mastered it. Or at least that's what we're going to tell ourselves. Hey, after 8 minutes, you've mastered that part of your mind that can go into these imaginary places, because the more you imagine, the more it becomes real. I promise you. Travel, it says, even in your imagining faculty, even imagery, traveling reduces this feeling of being stressed. We don't do stress. It's just, it doesn't go with our spiritual outfits, not at this level of peace and being healed with positivity. It says, so go on a vacation as often as you need to. It costs you absolutely nothing. I claim that. I do. I really do. I claim that in so many ways, more than I can say right now, or that I want to. It says, wash your hair. Okay, I did this recently. This absolutely does work. It says, use some good shampoo, wash your hair, feel your fingers massaging your head. Let your head feel very much at peace. Let your head feel every sensation from your fingertips, and let your senses kick in to the smell of the shampoo and then the conditioner. Feel the bubbles cleansing your hair and your scalp. Notice how the water rinses your hair and your mind is clean. Wash your mind clean of stress. Being stressed can cause pressure to build up around the head. Massaging your head can help relax and invigorate the largest and most complex organ of your body, the brain. Ooh, if I only had a brain. And you do, so keep it clean. Wash your brain, wash your hair, and wash your brain. My mother used to say wash, like W-A-R-S-H, and it's wash. Wash your brain, wash your... So later in life, I had to unlearn that by way of pronunciation. One day I was just like, okay, why are we saying wash? Wash your body, wash, wash, wash. Shout out to her wherever she is. She was the best mother that she could be, like honestly. Needless to say, wash your hair, enjoy it. Take a vacation while you're washing your hair. Close your eyes and go somewhere. Can you imagine combining those two sensations together with the imagining faculty, washing your hair? I like it when somebody else washes my hair. I do. Like a guy or somebody with really nice healing hands. But when a man washes, when a man washes, in honor of my mother, when a man washes your hair, oh my God. I used to have a male hairstylist. Honey, I promise you, there are so many nerve endings by way of the brain, the ears, the eyes, things that sometimes go unnoticed, things that, you know, unfortunately don't get as much attention as the rest of the body. Honey, it is so vital. The crown, you know, we recognize the crown, but I mean catering to the crown, getting a head massage. Child, can I go get a head massage? Please and thank you. I had to have a conversation with myself the other day. I said, okay, so I'm loving on myself. All this love I'm giving myself, which I will continue to do because it's a lot of fun. And I like being in a relationship with myself. I'm one of my favorite people. You know, I like me. I would date me and I'm dating me. I said, what would I want a partner for? I'll take a question, y'all, excuse me. 9:55 on the clock. I'll take a question and I'll meditate over it all day. So just like, remember the other video that I've just posted recently, what makes you beautiful? And I took that question and I just meditated on it all day. I'm like, what makes me beautiful? Right? I had to think about it. Exempt from aesthetics, right? Because again, we all can pull it together. There's so many things out there to kind of beautify your physical body, and you know, we can all judge a book by its cover. But I mean, once you turn those pages, right? Once you pull back the layers, right? Remember that video? Okay, so I meditated on that all day. So this particular day, I thought all day, what is it that I want a partner for? I thought about it. And I'm like, well, somebody can take out the trash. And I'm like, no, that's kind of like, you know, that's something that you have to do. If you like yourself, you like your house, you don't want garbage, you know, funking up the house. So I'm like, what? And I thought to myself, I've been very like very much a feminist in a chauvinistic way. Is that possible? Like, even though I can do these things, like I know how to change my own tire, I know how to rewire stuff, I know how to do a lot of manly things by way of labels, right? Like, oh, that's a man's job. I know how to do all of that. I do. I had a step-up father who never had boys. So he would teach me a lot. You know, he'd always say, look at it, see how it works, figure it out. And so I learned to think about how things are set up, the mechanics of things, right? And it kind of intimidated a lot of men who kind of felt like they wanted to come in and do certain things. So I had to learn when to fall back, when to collaborate, when to be a good helper, but never, you know, diminishing my authenticity. Like, look, I know how to fix stuff, okay? I know how to put the belt on a vacuum cleaner. I'm not going to be the damsel in distress for too long. But again, that ran off a lot of codependent relationships because they needed to be needed. And so it was a blessing in disguise, and it was a beautiful lesson that I learned. But needless to say, I said that the other day. I was like, what do I want a partner for? And I said, well, you know, it'd be nice to have somebody else to laugh with, right? It'd be nice. That would be nice, okay? It'd be nice to have somebody that gives me body massages and they really like to do that. That would really be nice. Like, I really realize that I'm ready to be on the receiving end of a lot of beautiful affection and energy, right? Because when you are a healer like myself, I've attracted a lot of broken people, a lot of negative people, a lot of people that needed love and light. And so I've given a lot. And I said, you know, I'm really ready to be on the receiving end on it. Receiving end of receiving good affection. Okay, there we go. Let's put the words in order. Listen. And I said, that would really be nice. I'd like somebody who likes to cook. That would be nice. Or somebody that I can cook with and enjoy that, right? Somebody that loves music. Somebody that loves themselves, likes themselves. These were things that I said, that's nice. But I think I feel, not even I think I feel. Let me get it together. This is really making me nervous. Why am I nervous? My words are like, blah, 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 I think of it. Listen. That's a sign. I feel like there's something there that I need to deal with because I'm nervous talking about this. I'm starting to kind of sweat a little bit about it, but I really gave it some thought. Maybe I'm still giving it thought. Maybe I'll tell y'all once I've thought it all out. I just feel like I'm currently still in the middle of thinking. Yeah, I thought, okay, that would be nice. But again, these are what I expect from everybody that comes into my life. People to live, love, and laugh with. Equal give and take. Kindness, authenticity is like vital. Like, come with your real self or don't come at all. Like, listen, whatever that is, wherever that is, right? Let's bond in triumphs. Even if we discuss our traumas, if we don't end up laughing about it, then that means that somebody still got some healing to do. And I want relationships where we allow each other to heal. But at the same time, if you need a little help or you need me to hold a space of love and light for you, let's do that. But not to the point where it's debilitating, right? Because as healers, as teachers, we draw in a lot of people where we absolutely need to compartmentalize those groups. Everybody's not to be, you know, in a collaboration with you. I had to learn early on, don't get in bed with your patients. You know, people that need help, people that are sick spiritually, don't get in bed with them. Don't co-create with them. A lot of people I was just supposed to pass through. But absolutely get in bed with your patients, as in a virtue. Listen, make friends with the voice in your head, it says. Take a moment to make friends with the voice in your head. The best friends listen more than they speak. So just take a while to listen to what your voice in your head is telling you. Are you telling yourself nice things? Are you talking to yourself sweet? Are you being nice to yourself? Are there negative things that are running through your mind? Irregardless to what it is, be it good, bad, or indifferent, take a moment for 8 minutes, meditate, and just listen. Just listen. I think I'll do that today. Do this exercise for 8 minutes. While doing this exercise, begin to accept the good words and put away the bad ones. Make friends with the voice in your head so that when it speaks, it will shower you with encouraging thoughts and positive emotions. That's how I feel about this partnership. Just like, because, you know, once you get through certain relationships, when I mean get through, some of them were hard to get through, right? Because you're learning, you're growing, right? Now to call in beautiful relationships is something that we do deliberately, right? Because wisdom kicks in, doesn't it? Ooh. What is it that the universe wants to lovingly remind us of on this beautiful day? Namaste, stress less. This says reflect and grow. I love it. I'm going to do this today, y'all. Do it with me wherever you are on the planet. Just take 8 minutes or however long you feel intuitively you need to take. I always say with these exercises that we do, you can't mess them up. That's the beautiful part about life. This says, look in the mirror when you have a chance. This exercise will expose the things that are hard to swallow. Focus on what is hard to swallow. I think it's partnerships for me, y'all. I'm just going to say that. I just feel like I need to have a moment. Can y'all hold a space of love and light for me right now? I think it's partnerships. I think it's friendships too. I do. Because I know the capacity that I have to love, like the overflow, and I need to feel safe. Ooh, in my relationships. Yeah, I do. So I make myself feel safe first, right? Is that what I need to do? I'm going to meditate on that a little bit more, because I can't say right now in this moment I'm fully giving myself a full answer to that. And I really want an answer to that. I'm going to hold myself accountable to that question. And I hope you all do the same. I do. Maybe you're already doing this, and this is a beautiful reminder that you're doing the right thing. Maybe you're already making room for a vacation or washing your hair, or, and maybe the universe is just really, being comical, confirming what it is that you already know. It's clarification and confirmation. For those of you that still need to do it, like myself, I want to do it consistently. I want to schedule this more in my life. I want more of that. So this says, focus on the things that you need to improve on. This could possibly make you feel a little sad. Okay, feel that emotion. Give it its time. Focus in on it. Breathe, right? Cry a little bit. Do whatever you need to do. All right? But accept that emotion. I always say the worst thing you can do for yourself is ignore something that has caused you pain. Like I would see people that I once knew like jump from relationship to relationship. They never had time in the middle to heal. And I'm like, how do you do that? Like they would break up with one person and they would be with somebody else. And now looking back in hindsight, I'm like, ooh, that's a dangerous person. That's very codependent. That's toxic behavior. Because to not want to be alone or not being able to be alone means that you don't want to face yourself. You don't want to take accountability. You're not like, that used to scare the shit out of me. And I'm like, didn't you just break up with somebody? Right? But I would take longer times in between. Was that a good thing or a bad thing? Longer times in between my relationships. In between all my relationships, it was always 4 to 5 years. Well, now the time is short because the wisdom, right? The wisdom that I have now, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I get those lessons a lot faster, a lot quicker than I did essentially in those times that I was really struggling to get over. Like, what the hell was that? Like, what kind of relationship was that? I would come up out of some of my relationships and be like, what the hell was that? By the time I would leave, I was always the one that left. Okay, always. Okay, by the time I left, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so glad that's over. I would like go do my hair. I would just feel free. I would paint my walls. Like, it was interesting the way I would get out of stuff that I would really sit down and ask myself, are you okay? Are you hurting? And I'm like, yeah. And I would sit back and think about it like, that shit was exhausting. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not in that no more. Like, really. But now, not so much. I don't need that much time, Okay, yeah. I think the in-between time was more of a protective move on my part, comment down below. Tell me if you can relate, as I share my story. I absolutely love when y'all share y'all stories. But nevertheless, this says, looking into the mirror, this can make you sad, but this is just the first part of the exercise. Take all the things that you need to improve on and tell yourself more of what is good about doing that. And also confirm and or cheer yourself on that you're absolutely good at doing them. Them meaning the things that you need to work on. Tell yourself that you will try harder to make them get better. Whatever those things are, okay, whatever it is that you need to fix, just tell yourself, hey, you're going to get better at this. You know, you have to be your own cheerleader. And something about that mirror, something about looking in the mirror and seeing your own reflection and looking into your own eyes. Child, I laugh every time I look into my eyes, every time. I don't know what it is. I just chuckle. I just crack up. I have laughed myself into tears in the mirror because I realize in that moment, a lot of what I'm thinking is real or thought was real is not real. And I'm having a real moment. Looking into your own eyes is a real moment. It's a sobering moment. Sober from whatever the illusion is, right? It's 10:08 on the clock. Listen, this will seem silly and maybe a little difficult at first, but if you are consistent with this exercise, you will look into the mirror one day and you will realize that you have improved. The things you fell a little short on are now assets to your character. Reflect and grow. So this is what the universe is reminding us of, y'all. I love y'all. This was just a really nice conversation with beautiful virtual friends by way of the World Wide Web. I hope that at some point the world is in a position where it's safe enough, okay, that we feel safe enough to meet in real life. I hope this platform grows to that capacity where, we can plan a group trip, y'all. I feel like we might have to do background checks. You know what I mean? Just to make sure we don't get no scragglers coming along. Like, seriously, I'm so serious. You know what it is for me? Being safe, protecting our energy. I understand that in a world where we want everything to be beautiful, there's still people that just do not, okay? And that's unfortunate. I imagine the day with that, when that won't be an issue or that won't be a problem, So help me hold to that vision. See that with me. That's beautiful. I appreciate that. I love y'all. This is the part of the session where we wrap our arms around ourselves and tell ourselves, I love you, self. Rub yourself, hug yourself, treat your skin. Feel the nerve endings as you rub your hands around your body and just say, I love you. 10:10 on the clock. Things are coming into balance. I love y'all. I do. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your love and your support. I will absolutely see you in the next video. Until then, and always, peace be with you.